So what info was it they were given? They were given info that you were an easy target because you were alone. But what they didn't realise, the first 5 seconds of you walking into a room, you've already scanned that room. You scanned that room before you even talk to your friends, Whereas, you'll scan the room to see, where the targets are so you can disarm it. But the other people will walk into the room and immediately just go straight on and talk to their friends. But you've already scanned the room first. But what they didn't account for was the shadow work that you've already done. You've done a lot of shadow work on yourself. And so they thought, if you had any trauma from the past, like childhood trauma, adolescent trauma, growing up or whatever, they could trigger that. But it can't be triggered, because you've already done your shadow work. Maybe they thought they could play you, but really at the end of the day they played themselves. Um, so that's at the end of the day they played themselves, because it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. They've had some deluded perception of you, but because they've had wounds themselves that needed to heal that and heal from. And that's what they needed to do, is do their own healing work, and uh, look at themselves. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to play other people. You know what I mean? Because we've done our shadow work. And so we have already done it at our shadow work, and you're genuine, you stay to yourself, and that's what people like about you, because they can see you as a genuine person and people aren't stupid. So they can't blame you for anything. The only person they can blame is themselves. They can only blame themselves. It doesn't work like that. They can't go around blaming other people for everything. They can only blame themselves. They can't do that. It's not on. They can't go around blaming other people for things. And when they blame you, that's not how it works. So so that's it. But you always try to stay true to yourself, and that's it. And that's what people aren't stupid. They can see that. So anyway, if you like my content, I've got links on the page to donate if you like the content that I've got. It would be very much appreciated. But as I say, there's no pressure. But donations were very much appreciated. So thank you very much, and thank you for listening to Spilling the Beans channel, and I'll be with you again soon.